Meet 9-year-old Paddy. Her favourite colour is pink, she loves to play dress up with her older sister Sarah, and she was born a boy.
She is who she is and confident in who she is. And she's a pretty little gal and she knows it.
Paddy is one of the few openly transgender children in the UK. It is said that children become aware of their gender as early as the ages of 4 and 5, but don't start questioning it until around the age of 6. Little Paddy, however, started to show signs of gender confusion at a much earlier age.
The first moment I sort of realised Paddy was transgender, it did come at one particular moment, but things had been going on for years beforehand. At 18 months old, she'd be running around the house with a tea towel on her head, saying, I've got long hair, you know, just playing with the female characters of the Bob the Builder set we got her, and you know, the dolls when she'd go to somebody else's house, you know, little things like that. She'd been asking me, could she have a dress, and I was explaining, girls wear dresses, boys wear trousers, that's just the way it is, you know.
Can I put on my blusher first? I want to put my blusher on.
With Paddy being so young when things started to change, it was a lot to take in for Mum and Dad. But it was Paddy's overall happiness that got them through.
It took me a little while to come to terms with, but Lorna said the one thing that really stuck with, do you want your child to grow up unhappy and one day have to attend a funeral? Or do you want to accept your child as she is and have a happy child? And at the end of the day, that's what every parent wants or should want. I mean, if someone had told me when we were having the baby, it's a daughter, I wouldn't have been one bit upset. If told me it was a son, I wasn't one bit upset. I want a happy child, and she's my daughter.
This is the photo, the moment I knew that it was more than just a phase and wanting to wear a dress. I think it brought tears to my eyes.
Leave them there for
When she was actually showing us the dress, and she just wanted to wear it all the time, didn't she?
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to make you cry.
No. Dad cries every 5 minutes. It takes a lot to make me cry.
Yeah, I'm the emotional one.
He was getting upset because he used to take the mickey out of her when she wore dresses first. You know.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, you, Dad and Stephen all used to laugh and joke about her wearing dresses because they didn't realise, you see.
Were they terrible people back then?
No, they weren't terrible people.
No.
Would you like a cupcake on your finger then?
And then one day she said to me, you're not teasing me anymore when you call me a girl like you.
Look, that one's broke, look.
Oh, can I have a different one, please?
No, you don't.
So it doesn't make you look beautiful?
Oh, you look beautiful anyhow, sweetheart.
I think it's like professionals use that sort of stuff.
Look.
I don't think it should be there.
Oh, well,
I can't take it off.
leave it. So.
No.
The trans community in the UK is growing by the day, and more trans youth are plucking up the courage to come out to their parents. However, we have a long way to go until the trans community can start feeling safe in our society. With an estimated 62% of the community facing transphobic abuse in public, Paddy Senior and Lorna are doing everything they can to ensure their daughter will always feel safe.
My biggest concern is for the near future bullying in secondary school. They've been assured that they will keep a tight rein on that sort of thing. And as I said, we've put her into martial arts classes, so she'll be, if anybody does try and attack her or anything like that, she'll be able to take care of herself, hopefully so. But physically, be able to take care of herself, I don't know what damage it will do mentally.
I do think it'll give her the confidence and the ability, and not the confidence to, or the ability to fight, but the confidence so that she knows she doesn't need to.
Martial arts is a way for Paddy to take control over the way people treat her. However, the biggest challenge Paddy will have to face is taking on puberty in high school all at once.
I mean, puberty is a hard enough time for any child. And I imagine it's going to be hard for her because she will see all the other little girls changing into young ladies, and she will be staying the same as such while she's on blockers. It's going to be a really hard time, I think, especially at secondary school. Kids can be really awful at secondary school, and I do worry about that, to be fair. I worry a lot about secondary school.
It is on here. Okay, here we go. Here is the Aurora. Pink dress, pink shoes, white, the lapels or whatever they're called, pink gloves. This is part of a poem that my mum wrote, but my mum's friend made a copy of it, and I'm going to read the copy. I had a caterpillar, small, cute and blue. He reminded me so much of you. I loved him, fed him, tended to his every need, but he wanted to change. I had to follow his lead. You spun your silk around your shell. Oh, I can't even say that word. You wove your web and said your spell. Sometimes I miss my caterpillar boy, but my butterfly girl fills my heart with joy. When I first heard it made me feel really sad. But now I'm used to it and I don't feel sad when I hear it.
Why did it make you feel sad?
Because at the end of it, it's like sometimes I'll have to hold it up like this. Sometimes I miss my caterpillar boy. That's the part that makes me feel sad.
Because you were never a boy.
No, it's that she misses when I was a boy. I don't know why. I don't know why she does.
Paddy will one day have to decide whether she physically wants to transition into the person she's on the inside. And this comes with a lot of challenges she hasn't come across yet. For Paddy, her future will be a little bit more complicated than most of her friends. But for Lorna and Paddy Senior, it's important that she doesn't worry too much about the journey ahead.
I don't think Paddy does really understand the full difficulties of what lie ahead, both in changing her body and relationships and that sort of thing, because things like that we haven't discussed with her yet, and because she's a child, we want her to be happy, and you don't want to worry about things like that, you know. She has 9-year-old problems to deal with.
She is aware that she's transgender. She is aware that she has boys' genitals, much as she doesn't want them. She knows she has them. Her one dream, I think, is to be biologically a mum at some stage in the future. She's always said, can the doctors give me a womb? And she wants to be a mum.
Even when we thought she was a boy, she was always very girly and just...
I always knew I was a girl. Yay!
Really, if you think about it, I've never had a little brother. Have I?
No, you haven't. You've all the only little sibling you've had is a little sister, and that's it.
An extremely loud one.
I'd be loud anyway.
My hopes are that for the future is that she gets accepted for who she really is as a young lady, and that she can live her life happily without needing to hide or be embarrassed about who she is or how she was when she was born or whatever, and just that she can be accepted and be happy.
Do you think you'll ever be a boy again?
No, not at all. No, never.